Hello and welcome to our video on the top 5 hauntings around the world with good evidence. Number 1. The Tower of London, London, England. The Tower of London is known for its gruesome history, from torture chambers to executions. The tower has seen many deaths over the years, and it's believed that the spirits of those who were executed still haunt the place. One of the most famous ghosts is Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII, who was executed in 1536. Her ghost is said to haunt the tower, and she has been spotted walking around the White Tower with her head tucked under her arm. Another famous ghost is that of Sir Walter Raleigh, who was imprisoned in the tower for 13 years. It's said that his ghost can still be heard playing his lute in the Bloody Tower. Number 2. The Stanley Hotel, Estes Park, Colorado. The Stanley Hotel is famous for being the inspiration for Stephen King's novel, The Shining. The hotel is said to be haunted by the spirits of its former owners, F.O. and Flora Stanley. Guests have reported seeing apparitions, strange noises, and even feeling something touch them while they sleep. One of the most haunted rooms in the hotel is room 217, which is where Stephen King stayed when he was inspired to write The Shining. Guests who stay in this room have reported strange occurrences, such as the feeling of someone sitting on the bed or hearing someone whisper their name. Number 3. The Island of the Dolls, Xochimilco, Mexico. The Island of the Dolls, also known as La Isla de las Muñecas, is a small island located in the canals of Xochimilco, a borough south of Mexico City. The island is covered in trees and vegetation, and it's believed to be haunted by the spirit of a young girl who drowned in the canal surrounding the island. The legend goes that the girl's body was found on the island, and the dolls were hung from the trees to appease her spirit. The dolls on the island are old, decaying, and some are missing limbs or eyes. They are hung from the trees, tied to branches, or nailed to wooden posts. Some of them are dressed in old-fashioned clothes, while others are naked or covered in cobwebs. The dolls come in all shapes and sizes, from tiny baby dolls to life-sized mannequins. The island's history can be traced back to the 1950s when a man named Julian Santana Barrera moved to the island. He claimed that he heard the voice of the drowned girl calling out to him, and he began to collect dolls to appease her spirit. He would often fish out dolls from the canal and add them to his collection. Over time, the dolls began to accumulate on the island, and Barrera hung them from the trees to keep them safe from the elements. Barrera would often talk to the dolls, and he believed that they had a life of their own. He would often offer them cigarettes or food, and he even built a small shrine to the drowned girl. He became known as the Doll Man, and would often give tours of the island to visitors. After Barrera's death in the 2000s, the island was abandoned, and the dolls were left to decay. Today, the island is a popular tourist destination, and visitors come from all over the world to see the creepy dolls. Some people believe that the dolls are possessed by the spirits of the dead, while others see them as a form of art or a tribute to the girl who drowned. Number 4. The Monte Cristo Homestead, Junee, Australia. The Monte Cristo Homestead is located in Junee, New South Wales, Australia, and is considered one of the most haunted locations in the country. The homestead was built in 1885 by Christopher William Crawley, a wealthy landowner, and his wife Elizabeth. The couple lived in the homestead until Elizabeth's death in 1933, after which the property was left vacant for many years. The homestead's reputation as a haunted location began in the 1960s when it was purchased by the Ryan family. The family reported several strange occurrences, including sightings of ghostly figures, unexplained noises, and objects moving on their own. They also claimed that they were being watched by the ghost of a woman in a long dress, who they believed to be Elizabeth Crawley. Over the years, many people have reported strange experiences at the homestead, including the sound of footsteps, doors opening and closing on their own, and even the feeling of being touched by unseen hands. Visitors have also reported seeing ghostly figures, including the apparition of a maid who supposedly fell to her death from a balcony. One of the most chilling stories associated with the Monte Cristo homestead is the death of a caretaker named Jack Simpson. In 1961, Simpson was found dead in the homestead stables, and his death was ruled a suicide. However, many people believe that he was murdered, possibly by the ghost of Elizabeth Crawley. Simpson's ghost is said to haunt the homestead to this day. The Monte Cristo homestead is open to visitors who want to take a tour of the property and learn about its haunted history. The homestead has been featured on many television shows and documentaries, including Ghost Hunters International and Most Haunted. It's a popular destination for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts who want to experience the eerie atmosphere and possibly encounter a ghostly presence themselves. Number 5. The Myrtles Plantation, St. Francisville, Louisiana. The Myrtles Plantation is located in St. Francisville, Louisiana, and is considered one of the most haunted locations in the southern United States. The plantation was built in 1796 by General David Bradford, who was seeking refuge from prosecution for his involvement in the Whiskey Rebellion. Over the years, the plantation has been home to several prominent families and has played a role in some of the most significant events in Louisiana's history. The plantation is said to be haunted by several ghosts, including the ghost of a former slave named Chloe. According to legend, Chloe was a slave who worked at the plantation and was caught eavesdropping on a conversation between her master and his guests. In punishment, one of Chloe's ears was cut off, and she was forced to wear a turban to hide the wound. In revenge, Chloe poisoned a birthday cake meant for her master's family, which resulted in the deaths of several people, including children. Chloe was subsequently hanged, and her ghost is said to haunt the plantation to this day. In addition to Chloe's ghost, there have been reports of other ghostly apparitions, strange noises, and unexplained events at the Myrtles Plantation. The plantation's mirror is said to be haunted by the ghosts of Sarah Woodruff and her 2 children, who were poisoned by a slave in 1823. It's believed that the spirits of the family are trapped inside the mirror and can be seen in the reflection. The Myrtles Plantation has been the subject of several books and television shows, including the popular series Ghost Adventures. These are the top 5 haunted places around the world with substantial evidence to support their claims.